Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Street Chord Dave. Today we're going to talk about what you could do if you have 1,300 euros or dollars left over because you weren't able to get your hands on an Epiphone Adam Jones Les Paul Custom last week. Quite a few options here. You might be interested in one or two. Yes folks, Adam Jones Epiphone Les Pauls, they did not last very long, with only 800 released to the general public in the world. So they're quite rare, as the listings on Reverb for $2,000 plus will advise. But here, we've got some options for you, and we're gonna take a look at those now. Now before we do that, I just want to say thanks everyone who was at the 3 Chord Dave live that happened last Saturday, because we actually voted on whether or not to have this particular topic be the subject of a video. What else you could spend 1,300 euros on if you didn't get an Adam Jones Epiphone Les Paul. So got some good options for you. I think some pretty interesting options, but bear in mind, these guitars are just the first of a series. There's going to be 800 more of the second run and the third and the fourth, and all of them are going to have different artwork on the back. 6 more to come, and then there's going to be, as far as we're aware, a regular version as well, which I don't think is going to be $13.99, but is also going to come with a couple of less bells and whistles. So we're waiting for confirmation on that as well. So Cesar, if you're out there, you can always drop in and tell us, have a little chat with us about it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll let you know which version is coming out as soon as I know, and let you get some advance notice so you're ready when the next ones drop, and maybe you won't miss out the next time. But if the 1,300 euros or dollars is burning a hole in your pocket right now, here's what you can spend it on. And the first choice is going to be a USA made Gibson. And there's two very obvious standout versions that you could go for here. Obviously, a Les Paul tribute like this one right here is a huge option for most people. Now, the beauty of it is you get a maple neck, you get a mahogany body with a maple top. That's very much like the Adam Jones Les Paul from Epiphone as well. Now, the Adam Jones has an ebony fretboard, but these ones come with rosewood. I quite like a rosewood fretboard, so not a problem there. You do have a 490 or and a 490 T, and in terms of the pickups, so interesting. They're good pickups, they're not bad, and pretty standard when it comes to lower end Gibsons, to be quite honest. And then of course you've got a soft shell case, not a hard shell case, which is a bit of an issue, to be quite honest with you. But the Gibson soft shell case, I will say, I think they're really good. I'll give them praise for that. I think it's a really good gig bag / soft case, so no problems there whatsoever. The big selling point for this Les Paul really is that it's a USA made Gibson, and a lot of people put a lot of stock into that. So if you're after a Les Paul and you want a USA made one, this is the cheapest way you can do it. Now this particular one on Thomann.com is listed at $11.99 or 1,199 euros. It's at roughly the same price in dollars. You can get them a little bit cheaper as well, so look out for deals on them. Leaves you about 100 euros in the bank after you've started spending that Adam Jones money. We've got some ideas on how you can spend that money, which we'll talk about in a moment. However, if you want to be a little bit cooler, you can go with the Gibson SG Tribute, which in my opinion is a better guitar. But hey, let's just talk about how it can become even better for you. So this has pretty much the same specs as the Les Paul Tribute, except it's in the vintage cherry with satin finish, which is more iconic and looks better, I think. You still have a maple neck and a mahogany body. The 490R and the 490T are the pickups, and you still get the very cool soft shell case. However, you have a little bit more money in the bank after you've purchased this guitar, because this one comes in at 1,090 euros and roughly the same amount of dollars, of course, which leaves you enough money to go out and buy a Seymour Duncan SH6B, which is a distortion, and you can go and put that in the bridge position and rock your heart out. So that in total comes to 1,225 euros. So you're saving some money overall on the Adam Jones guitars. Now, ways you can use that extra savings is, of course, to head down to the description of the video. You can find links for ways to support the channel, things like t-shirts you can purchase, memberships on Patreon, where you can get yourself this cool little mug after a few months of Patreonage. And of course, don't forget, supporting the channel also means hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, and leaving a comment down below. All of that helps. But if you wanted to do those other things, you have the extra cash now because we've saved it for you. So the Adam Jones Epiphone Les Paul is a Les Paul Custom. So let's look at what you can get with an Epiphone Les Paul Custom. So for €685, the Les Paul Custom you're getting has a mahogany body, a mahogany neck. That's it. you got two Pro Bookers. You do get the ebony fretboard, which is again more like the Adam Jones version. You got Pro Booker 2 and 3 in the pickup position. You don't get any sort of cases or anything like that, and you just get the ebony, not the snot colored antique silver burst, which is a bonus for many of us, I think. Anyways, you'd also get the gold hardware as opposed to, I think it's silver or chrome hardware on the Adam Jones. So there's a few differences, obviously. In terms of pickups and things like that, I do recommend you get that same Seymour Duncan SH6B, pop that in there. And once you've got your guitar with your new fancy Seymour Duncan pickup in, you can put them all in a Gibson protector case, which you can pick up for about 219 euros. This is what they look like. It's exactly the same pretty much as the Epiphone one that's coming with the Adam Jones. And you know what, guys? There's a lot of money left in the bank still. So we're going to just go over budget slightly, go over that $12.99 and pick up a Boss Katana 50 Mark II because it's a good little amp. And you're going over just by about $8-9 euros. 1,308 is the total bill here. So that's not too bad, and you're picking up an amp. And if you already have a cool amp, I don't know, spend that extra few bucks on Patreon memberships for every YouTuber that you're watching right now. Anyways, that's that version of Les Paul. There's also, though, it wouldn't be this channel if we didn't talk about multiple guitar purchases for the same money. So let's do that. I think I picked out 3 really cool guitars that you can buy for less money than one Adam Jones Epiphone Les Paul Custom. Let's start with the Epiphone SG Special P90 in faded Pelham Blue. Yeah, you knew it was coming. If you watch this channel regularly, you know I love this guitar from Epiphone. 359 euros will pick you up this absolute beast of a guitar. It's got 2 fantastic P90 pickups, which are amazing, sound great. I cannot fault this guitar. I think it's wonderful. And at 359, it's genuinely one of the best guitars I've played probably in the last 10 years. I love it. I'm not the only one. Colin from Guitaristas also loves this particular model. So definitely this would be one that has to go in the multi-guitar purchase. Also, I would pair it with an Epiphone Les Paul Standard 60s like this one. And the reason being that I chose the 60s, of course, is that the slim taper neck of the 60s is going to be more like the Adam Jones custom profile on the Les Paul that they sold for 1,300 bucks last week. So that one comes in at 555. So we're still got a little bit of money left, and I had to put this other one on the list. This right here is a Squier 40th anniversary Telecaster in Sherwood Green with anodized gold and pickguard and gold hardware. It's a beautiful guitar. Yes, I just purchased one myself, so I'm a little bit biased, but at 349 euros, it brings our total to 1,263, which is a phenomenally low price for 3 kick-ass guitars. Big fan of all 3 of these and would definitely add them to my collection. So check those out if you want 3 guitars instead of 1. And finally, our 5th way of spending 1,300 euros or dollars on guitars, which I think is a very cool way to do it, is to go with this PRS 245 CA in charcoal burst. 825 euros gets you this really nice guitar. And I'm a big fan of PRS SE guitars. I think they're some of the best import guitars. It's an LP style guitar or a single cut style guitar. And it's just really, really nice. I think it looks pretty, it looks amazing, and I've never found a PRS SE that I didn't love. So I had to recommend that one as well. Now, my friend Cesar from Gibson, of course, has declined to come on the show many times, but I don't think he would like this one. This is a Harley Benton SC Junior in TV yellow right here. 199 euros for a pretty nice looking guitar if you're into that vintage vibe. It's a single P90. It's a Les Paul Junior. Don't tell anyone, but that's essentially what it is. And it's very, very cool looking guitar. Now, you want to keep that vintage look and style, so get a Gator LP brown case like this one right here. I think these are cool. I have one of these for my SG Special and I love it. It's a really, really nice case. It does the job. It's got a couple of scrapes over the last year or so, but still it does the job, protects the guitar and looks fantastic. Then leaves you with 186 euros or a similar amount of dollars to go and do whatever you would like. Buy some beers. If you're not old enough for beers, buy some Pepsis or whatever. But just go and have fun because you got extra money and you got 2 cool guitars. That is everything, guys. That is the 5 guitars. Let me know what your favorite selection here would be, whether you go with 3 guitars, 2 guitars, the Gibson option, or just a Les Paul Custom with an amp and a very cool case. I think those are all pretty good options, but don't forget, the Adam Jones Epiphone Les Paul Art Series is not over. There will be more guitars, but there will only be 800 of each one released, so you gotta be quick on the trigger. Hit subscribe, I'll tell you as soon as I find out they're coming out, and hopefully you'll get your hands on one if you want one. Anyway guys, make sure to join me for 3 Chord Dave Live on Saturday. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back with another guitar related video very soon, but until then, take care.